I never imagined that a single evening could mark the end of everything I had built in my marriage. It was a Thursday night. My wife, Claire, mentioned she had a late dinner with her boss. Nothing unusual at first. She had always been career-driven, and I supported her ambitions. I trusted her. I always did. But that night, I felt a quiet unease. Something about the way she avoided my eyes, the way her phone vibrated a little too often, made my stomach twist. I tried to ignore it, telling myself I was being paranoid. She kissed me goodbye and left, smiling and talking about the presentation she had prepared. I waved, forcing a smile, but inside, a storm was building. As the hours passed, my mind replayed moments I had dismissed before, the late-night texts, her sudden excitement about work events, her subtle distance. Something wasn't right. I made a decision I hadn't taken lightly. I realized that if I continued to live in the uncertainty, it would eat me alive. So, before she returned home, I did something drastic. I erased myself, not physically, but emotionally. I removed my presence from her life in every way I could. I deleted my social media accounts, left no messages, and gathered my personal belongings. I wanted to leave a clear message: if trust was gone, so was I. When she returned, it was around 11 p.m. The apartment was dark, silent. She flicked on the lights and froze. The side of the bed where I slept was empty. My clothes were gone. My toothbrush. My shoes. Even my framed photos of us had been quietly removed. "Alex," she called, her voice sharp with confusion. I didn't respond. I had left a single note on the kitchen counter. "Claire, I can't live in a marriage without trust. I hope one day you understand why I had to leave. Goodbye." Her eyes widened, and panic set in. She searched the apartment, checking closets, the bathroom, anywhere I could be hiding. But I wasn't there. I was gone. The next few days were filled with calls, texts, and emails from her. "Please explain. Where are you? I thought we had a life together." I didn't reply. I stayed silent. Not out of cruelty, but out of necessity. I had given my heart, my trust, and my loyalty, and she had ignored it. I needed to protect myself from further hurt. Word spread quickly. Friends and family called, asking what had happened. Some didn't understand my actions. Others quietly supported me. Claire finally contacted me through a lawyer, demanding answers. I responded only once: "I erased myself from your life because you erased my trust. That is all you need to know." Weeks turned into months. I moved into a new apartment, started focusing on my career, and rebuilt my life piece by piece. The emptiness I initially felt transformed into clarity. I realized I had been holding on to a relationship that was quietly breaking me, and now I had the chance to reclaim myself. Months later, a mutual friend told me Claire finally understood the magnitude of what she had lost. She had tried to reach out repeatedly, but I had made it clear that rebuilding trust would require more than apologies. It required consistent action, honesty, and respect. I never wanted revenge, and I never sought to punish her. I simply made a choice. My self-respect came first. And that night, when she came home to an empty apartment, she finally felt the consequences of the emotional distance she had created. Erasing myself from her life wasn't easy. It meant leaving behind memories, comfort, and shared history. But it also meant regaining my sense of self. Sometimes, the hardest decisions are the ones that protect your heart. And for me, that night was proof that when trust is gone, love alone is not enough to sustain a relationship. I may have vanished from her life, but in doing so, I found myself again.